moving for the next 30 minutes, whether that be seated on the floor or in a chair. Even lying down, if you're able to stay alert, is fine. But trying to maintain an alertness or energy through the body. So sometimes imagining some energy moving from the base of the spine up to the crown of the head can be helpful for that. And then a gentle relaxation. Even scanning for parts of the body that maybe you're typically holding tension, like the forehead, the jaw, the shoulders, the chest, just allowing a little softening through some of these parts of the body. If you haven't muted yourself, I'd invite you to do so now. And I'm also able to help out with that too. So if you're not quite sure how to do that, I have the power to mute you from where I'm sitting as well. So no worries. So Dan, over to you.
Okay, thanks. So I see there's a number of new people on this call. So I should mention, when we do these meditations, sometimes we explore different facets of the practice. So tonight, we're going to be exploring more within the self-structure. Sometimes we'll explore, sort of orient the meditation towards awareness itself, so towards what is unchanging, or we can work within the self-structure to work directly with the energy to free us from conditioned patterns. In the ancient traditions, they call these the sankharas, or the samskaras, the conditioned patterns that we hold, that keep awareness sort of in Maya, or keep awareness obscured from itself. So we purify the self-structure in this type of meditation. And what we're going to do tonight is something we haven't really done this before, but we thought it would be an interesting idea to explore meditation objects rather than choosing a meditation object. Often we work with the breath, or we'll choose some other meditation object. But we thought tonight it'd be maybe a practice to explore the field of changing phenomena inside of us, and to just see if a meditation object will present itself. So rather than us choosing the meditation object, maybe the meditation object will reveal itself or make itself known. So it will choose us, essentially. So I'll give a little bit of guidance as we go into this. And it's really just guidance to be able to listen to the inner intelligence, to listen to the somatic field, or the inner aliveness that is inside of us. So we'll start by just relaxing and observing reality as it is in this moment. So we'll observe the breath, this body. We just notice the body breathing. However it's breathing, that's totally fine. Don't control the breath. And just let the breath anchor you in this moment. So whatever's going on in the mind, we're not pushing away our thoughts, but we're not getting caught in our thoughts either. We want to anchor in what's actually happening in this moment. So when I say observe the natural breath, people can take that in many different ways. You can observe a very narrow aspect of the breath. You can observe maybe just the sensations going in and out of the nostrils. Or you can observe the rise and fall of the belly, the movement in the whole torso, the belly and chest. Or you can expand even farther and experience the subtle breath expanding and contracting throughout the entire body. This breath is like a bridge that takes us from gross physical reality, so the gross breath, which is just the air going in and out of the physical body, to the subtle, more subtle sensations, to the observer itself. To the observer of the breath. So I'm not going to direct you to any particular aspect of the breath, but just bring attention to all these different layers, these different facets of our being. When we observe the breath, we observe it through sensation. It's how we experience the breath. It might be a very subtle sound as well, but it's mostly through the sensory field. So there are the gross sensations within the body. We want to keep the mind sharp and be aware of any subtle sensation as well. when we're really present with this field of expansion and contraction that's happening, and we're not labeling anything as good or bad, just observing sensation at the subtlest level that we can. Sometimes the mind is naturally drawn to some area of the body, almost magnetically. And this magnetic pull is different than just the random sensations that are coming up throughout the body. So if we have a pain in our knee or an itch, these things are arising and passing away. A pain in our back may take longer to arise and pass away. But there may be areas within the body that have this magnetic pull, or it's like they're inviting consciousness in. So it might be an area like the lower dantian or the hara, the area below the belly, which is used in the Zen tradition quite frequently. Or perhaps it could be the third eye area, the sixth chakra. The mind's attention may just naturally come to rest in that area, almost magnetically. Or maybe in the heart. So this is just an exploration, a pure exploration of the body. So as the body is expanding and contracting, there could be a magnetic pull to any area. Maybe it's the hands or feet or the throat. Just allow yourself to be guided by the body's wisdom. Rather than us having some preconceived notion of where to rest our attention, can let the body itself be our teacher. Once an area becomes clear, once we feel a pull to a certain meditation object, then we recognize that the body has made that choice. So we affirm that choice. We commit ourselves to staying with that object. And if that magnetic pull is happening, then we really don't have to make any effort to stay there. Our job is to simply remain aware. You remain aware and remain surrendered, which means we are in a state of inner non-resistance. Whatever is going on within the body, whatever thoughts, feelings, emotions, sensations are happening, if they are outside of our meditation object, then we just let them be as they are, but we maintain our attention on the meditation object. We can be aware of the mind resting on the meditation object, but also be aware of who or what is watching that mind. So that mind's attention that was able to move around in the body is now resting in one place. And there's an awareness of that. As we abide with the meditation object, the practice is simply to be equanimous with what is, to be okay with what is. Whatever is happening within the framework of the body, don't judge any sensation, thought, or feeling. We abide single-pointedly, observing the meditation object alone. In the yogic traditions, they say that you stay with the meditation object until it changes into something else. Till you merge with it, or it merges with you. Always being present, always surrendering. Being present and surrendering are not doings. It's nothing to really do. Simply hanging out, being aware. Remaining alert, remaining vigilant. For the last few minutes, if your eyes are closed, you can just open them a little crack. But at the same time, keep your attention on the meditation object. Even after the bell rings, can continue to inhabit our meditation object, inhabit the inner world.
Thanks, Dan, for guiding that sit. It's very lovely. So, as I mentioned, we have about 30 minutes, so plenty of time if anyone has any questions about that practice or generally anything going on in your practice. Just want to say hi, check in, anything at all.
I'd love to hear if anyone had a meditation object that presented itself, like something new that became sort of a magnetic pull.
And if you wanted to share, you could unmute yourself and just say hi. You can also type in the chat. There's a chat